Hey guys, Average Joe Arms here. This is my review on the Springfield Echelon. It is a full-size 9mm. It comes with two magazines, a 17 and a 20. The 20 comes with an extra base plate to bring it back to 17 if you'd like. This is with the 17 is, I guess, considered a flush fit, and this is with the 20. Gun is empty. I really like this gun. It's got a lot of great features on it, and it has some things I don't like. So I just wanted to share with you guys today. I do have a Tlr7a on here. I like having a light on my carry guns. That is a personal thing, but especially if you carry at night or even during the daytime. I live in Florida, and we have hurricanes and a lot of storms, and power goes out a lot. So if you're in your local Walmart or Dollar General or something and lights go out, it's nice to have a light on there in case you get yourself in a sticky situation. I do have an optic on here. This is a Cyelee Cat, rather inexpensive optic choice. I've had no problems with it, over 500. It is a green dot, this was my first green dot. That's going to kind of lead me into one of my features and things I don't like. It has this optic mounting system, which is nice. You can mount just about anything on here. From what they say, it takes like 32 different style optics, so which is nice, except for the fact that I'm kind of aesthetically, I don't like it. I've ended up with this big old gap right there and back here. So that's just a personal thing. As far as functionality, I've had no problems with it. This optic is held nice and tight. Like I said, about 500 rounds through here, and all different types of ammunition, and it hasn't moved. I've never had a problem with it. So it is one of those features. It is a nice feature, but something that I'm like, on. Another one is the trigger. Functionality-wise, trigger. This trigger is excellent as far as take up is really short. That's the wall right there. So that's nice. Nice, crisp, clean break. And reset is very short and audible. My problem I've had with this after 500 rounds is I get pinched sometimes. And I'm assuming it's, the trigger safety. There must be a little gap, and I believe it's on this side. Like I said, every once in a while when I go to pull a trigger, I get a little pinch in my finger. Not the end of the world. I'm not going to cry about it, but, it's one of those things. I'm just going to be honest with you guys. Another thing, too, is the stippling. It has some really good stippling on it. It's not quite as rough as, like, say, an M&P. This is my pretty much EDC. It kind of feels like the stippling in here a little bit. Not as rough, but not like this, but it is nice. The weird part is they stippled this thing everywhere in weird places. Now, not so weird places. You have this little shelf here, which I really like, and my thumb goes right on there nice. Some people call it a gas pedal. I don't, but that being stippled is nice. This being stippled is nice. Your little takedown lever. It's just a nice little feature. I know it doesn't seem like a big deal, but if you do have like an M&P, this thing's real slick, and it's got these little, I guess, serrations you would call it, but they don't grab anything. So I do like that on there. Your stippling up here is nice. You got a little bit of stippling on both sides of the mag release, which is ambidextrous, which is nice. I'm not lefty, but I do appreciate having a gun where if I have to switch hands or something happens, having that over there is really nice. I also really appreciate this little shelf in here. It stops you from accidentally hitting the release, especially on this side, which is a problem sometimes with ambi safeties. So I do appreciate that. But the stippling is nice, and being stippled under here on the trigger guard is one of those things that you don't realize how nice it is until you actually get your hand on it, and I do appreciate that. And then you got some weird stippling. You got stippling back here on your back plate. I don't know why. I guess if you were to take it off, it would help you. I don't take off my back plate very often. I've only taken it off once on here, and that was just to fully clean it after 500 rounds. I figured I would go through it, clean it up, and do everything nice. And then you have your recoil spring, which has stippling. I don't know why. Maybe it's a protective coating. I don't know, but it is kind of silly. But anyway, the gun itself performs excellent. You got this awesome slide serrations on here and cutaways too, which help lighten up the weight of the slide, which is nice. Back here, it's kind of like a little handle. That's really nice. I like that, especially with an optic. But if you wanted to go forward check from the front, those serrations really help there too. The sights are this U shape with a green in the front. I didn't really get to use them much because I put the optic on pretty much right away. But they seem fine, and they are suppressor height. So you can see straight through that optic. So that's a nice feature. And I do like that. I like the slide stop, works just fine. It's not too big and bulky. It is easy to hit, and then you got this little shelf that's kind of built in right under it. That's nice. I do like that. I'm a type person, I like to use a slide release. Some people don't. Some people like to just let it go. That's fine too. I guess that's all personal opinion. So, but I really do like this gun. I put a lot of rounds through it. I definitely would consider carrying it, EDCing it. I don't at the moment. Like I said, I've been EDCing my 9C. I've had a lot of MMPs. I got thousands and thousands of rounds through MMPs. I've been shooting them since the first version. One of my first carry guns was an MMP 45C. So I really do like them. This has the 17 round mag, so it will be kind of a fair comparison with this, with the 17 round mag. And let's give you guys a little bit of comparison. As you can see, pretty much even. I mean, we're not getting scientific here. I'm not breaking out calibers or any of that. But, I mean, besides the girth on that hollow sun, pretty much everything else is pretty similar. Like I said, the 17 to a 17. Length. If you add in the compensator, you're going to be a little longer, of course. I believe this, yeah. So, anyway, guys, I really do like this gun. And like I said, it's performed flawless for me. And I haven't had a single issue yet, and I put a lot of different kind of ammo through it. Just recently, I put this 9mm 124 grain jacketed hollow points from Sig Sauer. Before that, I had the P365 124 grains, but they were plus P, and it handled it fine. I throw junk through here. I'm not calling these companies junk, but Magtech and Stellar and Ballot and all kinds of different stuff that Norma that I get for $10.99 a box at my local shop. So whatever they have on sale that's $10.99 that week, is normally it's $12.99, sometimes $13, but then they'll do a sale. Whatever that is, I buy a couple boxes every week, and it takes all of it. So I haven't had any issues or problems with that yet. In the beginning, there wasn't a lot of holsters being made, but now you can pretty much anybody makes them. This is a We the People, which is optic cut and for a light. And it works great, and I really like that holster. And of course, this is just a universal mag, so this is just a double stack mag, so any double stack mag will fit in here. But I do like it. I would trust it. I have no problem with that. A lot of people, a lot better reviewers than me, have done extreme tests on it. Honest Outlaw towed it behind his truck, threw it in a pond. I think he brought it to the North Pole, let Santa drop it off his sleigh. He's done like a whole bunch of stuff with it, and it performed great. TFB TV, James Reeves brought it to Clint's Thunder Ranch, and he had good luck with it. So I'm not going to do all that stuff, and I don't have to because those guys already have. So this is just my average guy opinion of it. And I've got only 500. I just say only because most of my MMPs I got a lot more through. And but I would trust this gun, and it feels great. It feels really good in my hand. It does come with also some back straps. I don't know why. I do have a pretty big hand, but for some reason I don't like big back straps. This is the smallest one you can get, and I do the same on my MMPs. I use the smallest one that you can get. Just grip wise, I prefer it. But yeah, I would say you can't go wrong with this gun, especially for the price. It is rather inexpensive. It's not a cheap gun. It's inexpensive for what you're getting. A lot of people have called it a Glock killer. I hate that term personally, but from what everybody's reporting and what they've done to it and everything, it holds up as good as a Glock, I guess. You'd have to have more longevity. It hasn't been in wars and all that stuff, but you know, that is what it is. Make your own judgments and opinions. But if you're looking for a full-size 9mm that takes 17 to 20 rounds and you want to defend your home with it and maybe your house, your car, and carry, I would not hesitate to use this gun. I really like it. And, nice little Springfield logo up here. And like I said, Springfield Echelon. That's just my honest opinion, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe. If you have any questions, comments, or want me to review something else or anything like that, leave them down below. I appreciate you guys watching, and stay safe and take care of each other. Thanks, guys. Average Joe Arms.